Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. Guys, I just got my design team package for this Calls for Confetti, and I couldn't unbox it without sharing it with you guys. I'm absolutely in love. You know that this Calls for Confetti is one of my favorite companies. Lisa, the owner, is amazing. I love her. She's a good friend, and her hubby is a veteran, and I mean, small business, women-owned, veteran. I mean, everything. And the customer service is top-notch. The products are top-notch and so creative, and they take you out of the industry typical mold, if that makes sense. So Lisa's doing all kinds of fun things. She's shaking things up a bit over there. I'm loving being a part of this. And if you're watching the flip through on these paper pads, you're seeing different things. Yes, there's a love themed. It's not necessarily Valentine's Day themed, because love never goes out of season, right? So yes, they're perfect for Valentine's Day, but they're not specific to Valentine's Day. And then the speckle paper pad, pardon me, the speckles. If you love splatter, but you hate the mess of splatter, that speckle pad is perfect for you. And it goes great with our daily grind pattern paper pack, and all of that ephemera, absolutely beautiful. Then that watercolor patterns, absolutely beautiful. And this is the Heart Glow. Again, this was not intended to be Valentine's Day. Yes, it's perfect for Valentine's. But with those rainbow colors and just the fun idea of, pardon me, I don't know where this cough is coming from this morning, but the fun idea of the light bulbs in the shape of a heart absolutely stole my heart. You can see that we have some pre-printed sentiment strips to coordinate different fonts, different sizes, very fun. And as you saw, you can also foil them. So they take heat foiling perfectly well, and all you need is a laminator and some foil. So you can see that these are a lower profile shaker pouch. Again, these are from the Heart Glow collection, and these come together in a bundle. And that's one of the things that Lisa does, is she's bundling a lot of her products so that you can get them at a cheaper price point. So A, it's not so hard on your wallet, and B, if you want to get more, you can get more, or you can save your money for another time. So here I'm showing how well the die fits around that the shaker pouch. There's no wiggle room. It's perfect. I mean, the sizing is great. You can create a frame if you want to. You can cut the inner and the outer shapes. You can use them for the shake with the shaker pouches, or you can put acetate behind the larger one and have a larger shaker window. They are low profile, so it doesn't take as much shaker product to fill them. And they also are less expensive to mail. They're not as bulky. Lots of pros with that lower profile shaker pouch. And I also have these wonderful, I can't remember what Lisa calls them, but essentially they're a pickup tool, right? Pokey end at one end, and then the waxy pickup point or pickup tool at the end. Well, I have several, as you can see, and I broke a couple of my tips. So she sent me the replacements, and they just screw right in. Easy peasy, easy peasy, just screw right in. I put a little piece of washi tape around the end so I know where the pokey point was. But she also sent me a couple of the little confetti cache bins so that I can store my my confetti easily. Excuse me with the cough again. These are the rub-ons. Guys, I can't tell you how much I love these rub-ons. They're absolutely beautiful. And I showed you on the back, because if you wanted to see them in black, you can pause there. You can rewind and go back and see them in black. They stand out just a little bit better, but this white is stunning. The gold, oh my gosh, guys. And these designs are just so beautiful, and I love that they come in different sizes. You can see, you know, where the patterns are. They're close together, but they're easy enough to figure out where one pattern stops and starts, and you can cut them out. And there's a little popsicle stick in the pouch that you can easily burnish it onto whatever surface you want. And my immediate thought was on glass. And so you'll see some of my samples here at the end. I used it on glass. Now this, excuse me, this stencil is another great one. I can't remember what she's calling this one. It's definitely a layering stencil. You saw that it has 4 layers. But I feel like when I was turning this main stencil that I would call stencil number 1, when I was turning it side to side, I feel like it could be rotated. I don't know, I haven't played with it yet, but that's what my mind sees. I love that you can use this one just as hearts and they don't have to be carrots, right? I mean, because it's a heart shape. It's a wonky kind of a, almost a prim heart shape. I love that. And it is a repeating pattern. I'm not having, or I'm not, let me slow down. I'm doing down and dirty ink blending here just to kind of show you, but you can see here where it's repeating. I'm not lining it up very well. Obviously, I did not mask my edges because I'm not worried about that. I can always trim that off if I use it. But yeah, you can see how your pattern can repeat, and you just flip it over and you do the other end, and it goes side to side as well. So I think that's a great idea, and I really think that you're going to be able to turn it so that you can what are those called? Like, I know Concord and Ninth do them a lot, the ones that you can turn. Anyway, even though this is a rectangular one instead of a square, I'm going to give it a try. I don't in this video, but I'm going to give it a try. But just, again, quick down and dirty ink blending. The lighter orange, I think, was dried marigold. This one, I can't remember. It might be pumpkin, carved pumpkin. And then I also use the honey one. Oh, yeah, I can see there in the top corner it's pumpkin. So this layer is just the greenery, the tops of the carrots, and I just come in again down and dirty ink blending. I don't know why I had trouble lining this one up. I had it right the first time. It's not hard. It's really not hard. My eye just couldn't get all of them lined up at the same time. But you know, you persevere. They are very easy to line up, though. I made that more difficult than it really is. So just putting a little bit heavier ink on the bottoms down near the carrot, and then a little bit lighter up towards the top. It's just a very simple way of ink blending, and you still get some of that gradient of color. So this next layer is some more greenery, but also the tiny little hearts. And you could easily mask things off if you wanted to mask things off. I'm not gonna. I'm just usually not gonna. Yeah. That's just me. Y'all know me. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you this because it really does stencil up really quickly, really easily. You could go in with pastes if you wanted to do pastes. I didn't, just again because I was just doing down and dirty, just for the sample. Excuse me. And this is one of the reasons why it took so long, to be honest, my video, because I would have had you watching the whole thing. And hearing me talk about all of it and all that, and it was well over an hour, and I was not gonna, A, no one's gonna watch that, and B, even if you did, I'm not gonna subject you to all of that. There I'm showing you that even the greenery repeats. Isn't that cute? I love these tiny little hearts. I think they would be super cute in with some paste. So here I decide I'm going to go ahead and trim it down. We're going to see how many panels we can get out of this. It already looks better once I trim off the ugly edges where I didn't mask. And then I cut it in half. Look at how cute that is. How stinking cute is that, you guys? Think about ATCs for that. Oh my gosh, and now I have 2 card panels. So of course I got to take it a step further. I'm using that blending brush. It has the, is it warm honey? Something honey. And I'm just doing some quick and dirty ink blending around the edges, and then I bring in this vintage stamp from this one's from Whimsy, but you can use any sentiment stamp, any word stamp. It doesn't matter if you like this look. And again, I just put a little bit of ink on it, sprayed it with water. You can see the clean and simple compared to my kind of grungy one, and then I couldn't leave them alone, so we come back and we look at samples for those in the end. Here is another way that Lisa is, I mean, she's just being, how do I want to put it? Oh my gosh. Like, she is giving you options in terms of the products that you get, but also ways to expand the way that you can use those products, and she's bundling them together to save on your wallet. I'm sorry for the coughing, guys. I really am. Let me sip my water real quick. It's not been helping, but hopefully it will now. So I am about to do a little bit of ink blending on some of this speckled paper. I thought that was really cute for, I thought the speckled paper would be really cute for stenciling out some of these eggs. So we have the large and the small egg die. They're not dies. Well, they are dies. I'm using the stencils. I got to get it together, y'all. Be patient with me. So this set is called the Easter Egg Dies and Stencil Combo. And you saw that they fit perfectly together. I'm just using some distress inks that coordinate perfectly with the pattern paper, and just doing a little bit of the ink blending right around the edges, just to obviously kind of define the shape, but also it gives it some texture and some dimension. Here I am coming in with that script stamp again and just rolling it around and just showing you how that can look just on that, versus instead of if I were to just stamp the whole thing and then die cut it out. It gives you a little bit different look. And there I was also showing you how you could mask those off and create a scene with them and that kind of thing. So here I am using the dies to cut those stenciled eggs out. Now I didn't line them up, I didn't tape them down. Pardon me, guys. I hope I'm not getting sick. Please be patient with me. But yeah, die cut them out. I think they look great. And there I was showing you that if you're like me and you store your product in the pouch that it comes in, then I like to take my embossing powder and just kind of tap that onto that excess tape. I leave the dies in place and I tap the embossing powder onto the exposed tape, and that helps it from sticking to everything else. So the sticky only remains where you need it for your dies to stay in place. So now this set is much the same as the other, in that you get the cover plate, not just regular dies, but a cover plate and the stencils together. And this is called Easter Egg Plate Die and Stencil. And again, it's a combo. So you're stretching your wallet. Maybe that's not the way to say it. Stretching your dollar, getting more bang for your buck, and having products that come together that enhance each other. Because again, you can see I just went around the edges just to define the eggs, and now I'm coming in. I'm just, again, it's just down and dirty, right? I'm not holding anything in place with tape or with pixie spray, and I'm not doing, you know, very thorough ink blending either, just showing you. But you can use the cover plate to cut these out, and you can have a bunch of different eggs, you know, all together to use in whatever way you choose. You could put them in a basket. You could put them in the base of a jar. You could do any number of things with them. Just, I mean, you could do rainbow eggs. You could do lots of different things. You can use paste through that stencil. I mean, come on, sky's the limit, guys. All of those stenciling and die cutting techniques that we all know and love can definitely be used here. I'm just adding a little bit of ink to the inside of where the die cut openings, and then of course I'm coming in with my vintage script stamp again. This time I've got the Distress Oxide ink, sprayed that with some water, and just rolling that stamp around just to get some of that interest. Guys, I'm so sorry. And I'm also putting some of the vintage script onto the eggs. It just adds, again, it just adds to that interest. And I still had plenty of ink left on that stamp that I could have used in other ways. And then I'm just showing you how cute that would look with the blue behind. You could put anything behind it. You know, a sheet of acetate, and you've got yourself a shaker pouch. And then again, I was showing you just put your die cut or your die plate in place, and use your embossing powder to get that sticky off so it's not stuck to everything. Now I have the beautiful confetti, and guys, I can't get enough of the confetti. I love these two. There's it's going too fast for me to talk in detail about all of them, but the sparkle gems are some of my favorite. I have the ice, and I can't remember what the other one is called, but one of them has like a rainbow iridescence to it, and the other is just clear. And look at this. This is called the Beauty Berry. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. And that pink in the very beginning as well, beautiful. This yellow, y'all, this is a knock your socks off yellow. I love it. I love that these are the flat confetti. Love the flat confetti. I don't know what it is about it. I love it. And this one is called Lemongrass. Again, look at that shine, that iridescence. Now there are different tones of kind of yellow greens in that one, but I absolutely love it. And this is a soft pink. I can't remember the exact name. I'll have everything linked downstairs in the description box. And I am sorry that it's going so fast, but I always want to be mindful of your time, but still show you what I have. If you want me to slow it down, if you want me to come back and do a little bit more detailed kind of review, if you will, of these, I can certainly do that, but just let me know in the description box. Now what I'm showing you there is that even though these are iridescent, you can see that they all have color to them. They're iridescent, they're translucent, but they all have color. You can't always tell that in the package. That's why on Lisa's website, she always takes pictures of them outside of the package. So yeah, just, you know, just be cognizant of that. Now this one is also called Heart Glow. It has the kind of the conversation heart vibe to it. Excuse me. And I do talk about that. Like, you can use it again for Valentine's with that conversation heart idea behind it. It has XOXO. It has love you. I can't even remember everything that it has, and you can't really see it. I mean, you can pause and zoom in and see what they all say. I don't have it in front of me as I'm doing the voiceover, but here I was showing it, like, specifically I said if you have Brit friends and you just want to do XOXO, because they do that. That's how they sign a lot of things, is XO. That would be really cute. Just pull those out. And if you just wanted to do the sparkly stars, just pull those out. I mean, can you imagine those, like for a unicorn card? Or, I don't know, I mean, any number of ways. I actually use them in a shaker card, and I've pulled out only the sparkly stars. Yep, I did it. I did that. And it's okay, though, because it wasn't that hard. That's the thing with any kind of mix, y'all. You can always pull out what you need and use it however you need to use it, however you are inspired to use it. This is another blend, and there are white, and there are pink, and there are gold. Initially, I thought there were silver, but the ones that look silver, they're just flipped upside down, and that is the back of the gold. So see how it definitely looks like there are silver ones in there too, but that's why I actually pull them out, so I can point that fact out. So there are 3 sizes of each color, 3 sizes of the clear, 3 sizes of the gold, 3 sizes of the pink. And unfortunately, this is where my camera died, so I lost the footage of me showing you the rest of them. But they're absolutely beautiful. You guys know that. If you have any experience with This Calls for Confetti, you know that her confetti mixes, her sparkle blends, her clay bits, they're all top-notch. They're absolutely beautiful. But I want to show you just some quick pictures of the samples that I made. I just was playing. I used the things that I demonstrated to create some different things, some cards, and this little tag I think is adorable. I have those little images up on some wobble, what are they called? The wobble things. Here I have used those rub-ons on the glass jar as well as on this little stand. It's like a mini cake plate. And then of course use that panel with the egg cover die. And then this is the other half of the stenciled background that I made the tag with the first half. And you know, all the products that I've used are not from This Calls for Confetti, but most of them are. So in creating the tag and the card, I used some stuff from my stash. So here I wanted you to see how the rub-ons look. There's the white versus the gold, and I think they're so pretty. There's a little close-up of the tag. You can see all the little details that I added to it, but that carrot background is so stinking cute. I know, Action Wobble, that's what they're called. I know we all love an Action Wobble, so I wanted to show you how that works up close. But again, with the focus being on that stenciled background. Same with the Hello Spring card. The background just set the scene, and then of course some close-ups of the egg panel. What is it called? Easter egg cover die. Man, my words, my words. And here are those up close again. Just showing you what those rub-ons look like. I absolutely love them, guys. The rub-ons are so good, and you can use them in so many different ways. and one final look at all of my samples. And I thank you guys for spending some time with me. And I just encourage you, if you are interested in anything that you've seen, use those links to hop over to this Calls for Confetti. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not already. And until next time, guys, know that I love you, I appreciate you, and until then, mwah, I'm out.